given the function h of x equaling, and there's the pesky exponent, 3x raised to the second power, 3x squared, plus 4x plus 2. We're going to simplify h of 2c. Now, h is just the name of the function, all right? So it says h of x equals 3x squared plus 4x plus 2. We're going to simplify h of 2c. So let's see what all that's about, all right? Sounds like a lot of blah, 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 blah. You know, for some of you say, wow, that's a lot of stuff going on there. But here we go. We have a function. Right here it is. And we're calling it h of x. We've had f of x, g of x. That's just another way of saying, just saying it's a different function, okay, than something else. So this one is h of x. No magic here. And it says what we're going to do, that anytime we put a number in for x, we're going to square it. Then we're going to also put it in here, multiply it by 4, and we're going to keep this 2 alone, and we're going to add the results that we get on each of these individual pieces. That's what it's about. Well, this time, they didn't give us a number, all right? This time we've got h of x, I'll rewrite it for you here, equaling 3x squared plus 4x plus our 2, all right? And what we want to do is replace, everywhere we see an x, we're going to replace it with 2c. Now, very careful on this. Notice the word is simplify. I don't know what c equals. You don't know what c equals. It's immaterial, all right? What we're going to figure out is what's this expression going to look like if I put a 2c in the place of every x in this problem. Well, there's an x and there's another x. Those are where we're going to do the replacements. So we've got a 3 and we're going to put in 2c, and I put these things in a parenthesis for a reason. Because if you don't put a parenthesis around that 2c, some of you are going to get the wrong answer here. And I'll point that out here in just a second, all right? So keep going with it. We're going to have a 4 times 2c. And then we've got this lovely 2 on the end that just hangs on because it's part of the party, okay? So let's see what's going to happen. Everything's positive here, which is kind of nice. But, you know, we're still going to work through it. What I was pointing out, a lot of you will look at 2c squared and you will square the c and forget about the 2. This is why I put it in parentheses, because it's also 2 squared. All right, so it's going to be 3 times 4c squared. Now, keep that parenthesis because we got to multiply 3 into there also. Now, 3 is only going to hook up with the 4, so at this point it becomes rather easy. This next piece, how about it? 4 times 2c, that one is easy to do, all right? Which is going to give us 8c. There you go. Now, take a look at our last number. There's plus 2 still hanging on. Notice it's not affected because there's no x attached to it. It's just 2. Just hangs on as 2. All right. One last moment here. Let's distribute. No, we're not going to distribute. Some of you are saying, don't we mean we have to multiply 3 times 4 and c squared? No. Multiply it times the whole parenthesis one time. Just the coefficients. 3 times 4 will give you 12. The c squared goes along for the ride. There's no plus between that 4 and c squared. So that's why we do not distribute. All right, want to make sure you got that, all right? Now we've got plus 8c going along for the ride, and we have plus 2 out there on the tail end. Now the question is, are we done? Are we done? Is that simplified? Well, if you look at your c squared, your c, and your 2, none of these are like terms. None of them can be brought together. Squared terms, linear terms, and just a constant term there. I mean, this is a quadratic equation because of the c squared, but none of these c's are going to come together, and certainly that 2 is not going to join up with anything. All right, so there's your final answer. Why did we say simplify? Because we do not know what c is equal to. Therefore, that's the best we can do. Nice, good old trinomial, polynomial there.
For more math help, visit TNLearn.org.